Hello everyone, I am Pankaj Chaudhary and today we will learn how to create a class and object in Python. First we will create a class for a student and we will create the object of that class, which is also known as instance. So let's see how to create class in Python. So let's create a class called student. We are going to save this file with .py extension. So I'm going to save here this file in sample folder .py. Okay. So to create a class, we required a keyword called class, then class name. You can put the brackets. Then in Python everything is indentations, so we don't need brackets. So we will start here. First we will write the docstring for this class, which is nothing but which represents the working or whatever this class will does. It represents that docstring. So we will see how to access this docstring. Here we will write student class with attribute roll number, type int, name, type string. So this is we are writing about this class. This is a class which holds two data member called roll number and name. Roll number is of type integer and name is of type string. So let's create a very first function which is called init. It is a special function, or you can say it is a constructor for the class. Like in other language, C++ and Java, Python also has a constructor which is defined by this init methods, and each method which we are going to define in a class required this first variable, which is commonly known as self. In each language you will see self is always there. You can name it as your need, but it's a good practice to use self as a context for the calling objects. Next we required the parameter which we use to initialize the value. So I am passing here roll number and name as a parameter for the class. So these are the arguments we are going to pass when we are going to create an object of this class, which is going to be stored in this self dot roll number equals to roll number and self dot name is equals to name. So we have created two variables called self.rollNumber equals to roll number and self.name is equals to name. In Python, when we are going to define the class member, then we have to define those class member in this init method or at the runtime. We will see how to add the class members to the Python objects, which is associated to object only. So let's see. We'll create another method called display. Again we need this self. So we just want to display this data. So we have defined one method called display, which prints the value of roll number and name of the student. So in Python there are different way of writing this print statement. I am writing this print statement. You can also concatenate it, but you can only concatenate string to string. So we have created this. So let's create an object of student class. So let's say that object name is s1 equals to student, and we have to pass argument called roll number, let's say 1, and name, let's say Ravi. So we have created an object of student class. At this point, it does not print anything. You can execute this code either on terminal, and if you are using the Sublime editor, then you can press Ctrl B and it will execute this code. So here is the output, and if you want to execute it on terminal, then you have to go to that folder where you have put this code, and to execute the Python code on terminal, then you have to set the environment variable so that you can execute Python or type the Python command from any place. So I'm writing this. Let's see, I have this folder called sample, so we will go to the sample folder. Then in that sample folder we have created this student.py file. So to execute this file, I will type Python, the keyword or the command, then student.py. So it does not print anything, it just give the empty output. So to print the value, we will call the display methods. So when the display method will call, this print statement will execute. So we are calling the display method. So let's see in both the places how the output will look. So here is the output, roll number 1 and name is Ravi. Also you can see it on terminal. Let's clear this screen. I will type the command python.this. So here you can see the output will come. So you can execute any place. Now in the next lecture we will see the different methods for the class we can define different print statements and how to add some other methods. Thank you for watching this video.